From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
American Door Company has been family-owned and operated for over 29 years, supplying Northern California with quality garage doors, garage door openers, and installed with the best service you'd expect from a locally owned company. We serve all of Northern California from Willows all the way up to the Oregon state line. Give us a call today.
Well, happy Friday morning to you. Got a picture to share with you. Of course, this is coming out from Durham. This is the almond fields here. And boy, it's that time of the year, right? We're really starting to see these beautiful blossoms from the almond trees here, courtesy of Steve Koch here. This is out in, of course, mentioned here, Durham. And just a beautiful sight. If you've driven down I-5 lately, you may be heading down towards the Sacramento region or coming up from Sacramento towards the Redding area up on I-5, you're seeing all that beautiful blossom. Of course, not to mention on Highway 99. So yeah, be sure to check that out. Maybe a nice little drive this weekend to check out the beautiful blossoms. If you want to share your photos, I would love to see them. Just sharing a beautiful shot like the one you just saw, or if it's a storm photo, be sure to include all the pertinent information so we know where it is, maybe what time of the, what day it was, to kind of give us an idea as well. And of course, you can share it from the free Weather NorCal app. All right, let's take a look at our weather headlines. We've got drier and warmer conditions going into the weekend. We're going to notice it today, significantly warmer than it has been over the last several days, but possible showers will return by early next week. But overall, I'm expecting a cooler pattern for next week, and with that will bring us lower snow levels. All right, we look at our planner here for today across the region. I'm expecting mainly clear skies for the valley. Now, there could be some patchy fog, especially along the Sacramento River and some other areas in the valley, but overall, we're not expecting widespread fog. Take you to Siskiyou, Modoc as well. Some of those mountain valleys, we could see some of that fog as well as parts of the eastern mountains. Otherwise, looking at mainly sunny skies today. All right, we take you out to the north coast, and yeah, the coast looking at mainly clear skies, but I do expect for some of the inland valleys and out towards Trinity County and the mountain valleys, could see some of that early morning fog, but burning off for the afternoon. So we've got this big swirling area of low pressure right here, and we also have some colder air. So we're watching both of these. This one is not going to have a very big impact on us. But this colder air here, that's what I've got my eyes on. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on here. There's the area of low pressure, dives down to the south. Here's the colder air. Now this colder air will dive down to the south and should be here by early next week. Now, I'm anticipating mainly dry conditions for all of us today through the weekend. Then as we go into Sunday night into Monday, this pocket of cold air moves in. But one of the things I want you to take note is the fact that, yes, this colder air moving in, but it isn't very deep or far down to the south. The pocket of coldest air is up to our north, and it's kind of skirting Northern California, if you will. So yes, it's going to bring in colder air. We'll notice a drop in our temperatures, and we'll notice a drop in those snow levels as well. But we're also probably going to see those winds pick up as this kind of moves itself off to the east. Now, as we go into Tuesday, Wednesday, a weak ridge of high pressure builds in. But by the end of next week, another pocket of cold air moves in. Now, initially, it looked like we were going to see a nice deep trough of low pressure with cold air kind of dig down to the south over the eastern Pacific and then kind of push eastward into our region. It's still going to do that, but it doesn't look to be quite as deep and strong as initially thought. So yes, some colder air is moving in. We'll see low snow levels as a result, but it's not going to be quite as cold as initially anticipated. This is one of those things where it's developing. And as we get closer to that weekend, we're not looking at this upcoming weekend, by the way. We're looking at a week from this weekend. So yes, we're looking a long ways out, but just to kind of show you that the trend that we're seeing here is a shot of cold air Monday, then another shot of cold air a week from that Monday, or a little bit before that. All right, so let's take a look at the precipitation outlook from the Climate Prediction Center for the end of this month and early next month. We've got a good shot of some rain moving in. Now, I'm not anticipating a ton of rain at this point, and we'll get into that here in a second. But I want to talk to you about those temperatures again. So there's that area of low pressure. So here's that first shot of cold air. So see where most of the cold air is? It's up to our north. And that's typical, right? The coldest air is always in Canada, and then we kind of see some of that kind of stream down into Northern California. But we're really seeing that really shot of coldest air over the Pacific Northwest, and it's skirting Northern California. Okay, then what was going to happen is, as we go into Tuesday, Wednesday, you see this little arc. This is a little very weak ridge of high pressure. So temperatures will moderate a little bit. They'll warm up by a few degrees. And I'm watching this colder air dive down to the south as we go into that next weekend. So we're now looking at March 2nd. So yes, we've got this pocket of cold air. That'll then shift to the east and things may moderate again after that. But you can kind of see what we're seeing is the jet stream is shifting southward, and this colder air coming in from the Arctic is shifting southward. And this should allow us to see a bit of a cooler trend, and on top of that, lower snow levels as these storm systems pass through. Looking at the temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center for the end of this month into March 4th, yes, we've got better chances of seeing below normal rainfall, or temperatures. I want to show you the moisture content. Now, we talk about atmospheric rivers, Pineapple Express, Coconut Connection. Here is a stream of moisture that we've got our eyes on. Okay, so this is, of course, that area of low pressure right here. It dives down to the south, and as we go into Monday, we're talking about a chance for some rain on Monday. There is some moisture coming in from the south, and it's kind of creeping its way northward into parts of Northern California as well. So this is the moisture source that we have for Monday's system. And it could bring us some decent rain, not as much as initially thought, but it could bring us some decent rain. That moisture source is now gone as we go into next week. Now look at this. As we kind of go into your Friday and Saturday, so again, we're looking at March, beginning of March, we're beginning to see a little bit of a moisture sleeve kind of coming in. Now again, this is not a ton, but it is going to be a source of moisture for that storm system as it moves in Friday and especially into not this weekend, but the weekend after. So yes, a little bit of a moisture source, but not a ton. And that's why I'm not anticipating a ton of rainfall. And that's why I'm not anticipating a ton of snow. But we're certainly going to see some measurable rain and snow, and that will be a welcomed sight. So we look at our wave heights for today, about 8 feet. We see them drop overnight going into Saturday, but Saturday we actually may see them increase a little bit here. So looking at marine forecast for your Friday, northeast winds at 5 to 15 knots, waves from the west at 10 feet at 14 seconds, and there's that small craft advisory for today. All right, here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Temperatures are starting to warm up. We've got those low to mid 60s in Trinity County, and for the north coast, low to mid 60s as well. Now notice, I do have a chance for the coast at least, quite possibly as early as Wednesday. The chances for rain will increase as we get toward the end of next week. And I think overall, it's going to be more of a Friday, Saturday of next week that we'll see the best chances for rain. But as early as Thursday, many of us could see that chance kick in. Again, depends on which forecast model you look at. And that's where they start to kind of disagree. And we'll probably get a better handle on that as we do go into next week. But there you can see for today, your Modoc County neighborhood forecast. Temperatures in the low to mid 50s for your daytime highs. Eastern mountains, your temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. Although a bit warmer in Quincy at about 60, even warmer in Paradise and Shingletown should be somewhere in the low 60s. Here's your Valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Haas Farms. Those temperatures, look at this. Yeah, we're talking some low 70s in the forecast. Absolutely gorgeous. Gotta love it. 71 degrees out for Redding, as well as Anderson, 70 in Cottonwood, 69 for Lakehead, and Whiskeytown, a high of about 66 degrees. So let's take a look at your 7-day outlook for Redding. And you can see, of course, those temperatures actually warming up a little bit more. Quite honestly, I'm a little conservative with these temperatures. I mean, could we see 73? Could we see 74? Yeah, not out of the question. But you get the idea. It's going to be a lot warmer. Gorgeous start to the weekend. And really, quite honestly, even though temperatures are dropping on Sunday, it's still going to be gorgeous. It'll be dry. And then by Sunday night into Monday, we got the chance for showers. And then again, as I mentioned, toward the end of next week, we'll be talking about another chance for showers entering the picture.